No intro. Let's get to it, because the engineer forgot to put the intro in. So we live, baby.
It was there. It was there. It was there on
Where?
my side. It was on my side. It was on my side. So we'll see. We'll see when the show airs. We'll see.
Okay, man. I feel like we just went raw dog into the episode, man. I don't know if it was there or not, man, but we here.
Speaking of raw dogging, you know what I mean? No, I talked to my family about that. I mentioned that to you before, right? Did we talk about that last episode? Raw dog and boredom.
Yeah, you touched on it at the end of the episode.
Yeah. My family's down to try it. They're down to try it. They said they're going 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15,
it, bro.
and then try to work it to an hour. They ain't gonna make it to an hour. I want to see what they can do with 5 minutes though. I might try to do it today or tomorrow.
You should do it today. Start today.
I'm like, hey, 5 minutes. Let's go. Let's see what we can get.
Hey, bro, I was on a plane ride recently, and I raw dogged the plane ride, so I know I can do it.
You did no music.
No music.
No phone.
Now,
of course, you might have Wi-Fi on one plane.
You could have accessed Wi-Fi. I didn't feel like going through the process of what I had to do to get in there. So I left it in airplane mode, and I just sat there for periods of time. Now, don't get me wrong. Periods of time I tried to go to sleep, but there were periods of time where I just sat there and thought. And I'm on a Delta, so I got access. They gave me the headphones. I had plenty of movie, live TV, and TV options to choose from. I even had music to choose from. I raw dog.
You just raw dog the flight. And we're not talking about an hour, 2 hour flight. We're talking about 3+.
Yeah, 4-5 hour flight. It was 5 going and 4 coming back. I raw dog.
Better than me. You better than me. You better than me.
No, don't get me wrong. I did watch some stuff going, but coming back.
Raw dog.
Yeah.
You was probably just like in reflection mode and stuff like that. Or you just blank slate, just like, hey, look, it is what it is.
I can't go fully blank, so there are thoughts coming in and out that I'm aware of, but I wasn't really trying to be like deep and poignant. It was just whatever popped in. I entertained it for a second and let it go.
Bruh, I can't raw dog no flight. I'm headphones in, music playing while they're going through the put the mask on and this and I'm like, y'all good, y'all carry on. Headphones in, I'm doing everything. Trying to get whatever last little bit of cell signal I got, whatever I can get. Headphones in, I ain't paying attention to nothing. I can't raw dog no flight. I can't do it.
You a good one, because I can't listen to music on a flight. It's just
really.
Not since I was a kid, bro. Like as an adult, no, I can't sit there and just play music. Like it don't work for me, because music has become like a background to my life.
You gotta be doing something while you're listening to music.
At this point in life, yeah, I'm on the go with music.
I didn't know that. Even at this point in your life, I've never knew that.
Yeah, at this point in life, though, don't get me wrong. I could have sat with music in yesteryear.
Back in the days.
Yeah, today.
I gotta sit with music. I don't like especially if it's something I haven't heard, and I need to listen for something specific, get a good feel about it. I gotta take a drive. I gotta sit in the bed, nothing going on, and just listen. I got to.
I can take a drive to music, but I'm actively thinking, taking it in. Yeah, but to just be like, I prefer to take a drive to music. That's my favorite way to indulge in music. But driving is
okay. But crazy thing is, I listen to my music the most anytime I'm on a plane. Like I'll go through like my whole beat catalog and stuff like that.
You're studying at that point.
I'm studying. I think that's pretty much what it is. Like I'm doing a lot of like breaking things down in my mind when I'm listening to music, like especially when I'm playing. Like I got the time to do it. That would be nothing else going on, and I'm just in the zone. I'm in the zone.
Well, first of all, I'm not pretentious enough to sit on a plane and listen to my own music, so I don't understand that one. But second of all, I do understand from the point of view of actually like just trying to study the music itself. You know what I'm saying? I do get that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
when you're actually just sitting there and you're like, okay, I need to listen for a snare, or the snare's too high, or the hi-hat's too sharp. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'll sit with music in that form. Like if I'm taking it to go listen to it in the car or listen to it on my phone speaker versus my
Mhm.
headphone. You know what I'm saying? When you're doing the mix test, I can sit with music. Aside from that, I can't
Okay.
sit with it, man.
Wow, is it because music's not as great as it was before, or is it just where
No,
you
because
at in
I'm
your
only
mind
listening
right
to
now?
great music anyway. So you know what I'm saying? I'm not listening to the radio. I'm listening to what I want to hear. So,
Okay, okay, all right. Hey, look.
but it's a cherry on top at that point. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
got to do these things, and this is gonna
I
be the
got my
thing that makes
music to
me
go
feel
with it.
good while doing it.
Okay, okay.
But to sit and do
Yeah,
nothing and it's just playing, I feel like a
that's
sociopath
me.
at that
That's
point in
me.
time, just
That's
sitting in the
me.
room
I
with
got
nothing,
you. Just let the
candle
music take you
playing.
somewhere, man. Let the I'm still in that space.
This
Maybe
ain't '96,
it's
homie.
the
Like I can't do it no more.
useful moment of my life of like trying to get back in that space what music used to do for us when we were kids. Maybe I
Yeah,
still want to relive those moments, but I'll put on music. I just sit in the bed and just vibe, just the music
yeah. See,
going. That's it. Nothing
you
else but
trying
just
to you
music.
trying to be back in '98. I ain't got it in me no more, man. The '96 summer's over. You know what I'm saying?
Come
It's
on, man.
2026.
Oh, 03 in the dorms, window open, Isley Brothers playing, nice little breeze, summer breeze. Come on now. Come on.
Yeah, but I was going to sleep on that though. Like I was trying to get to bed. So, but that was the vibe. I ain't gonna lie. It really was. It really was.
Yeah, man.
Hey, you know what's funny? You said something to me when I was describing my situation of just sitting there and I was talking about the thoughts coming in. It made me think to myself,
Hmm.
I say this to you, but I don't truly know if you really understand what I'm saying. Like, you know how often we take for granted that other people share our experiences
What you
with
mean?
simple stuff.
Hmm.
I don't know that thinking for me is the same experience you having when it comes to thinking. I don't know that imagination looks for you the way it looks to me. You know what I'm saying? Like
And it probably looks different for everybody. Everybody's
it's
probably
weird if you
unique in their
think
own
about
way.
that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Because
I don't
your
know.
imagination is usually based on your experiences, your frame of mind, what shaped your thought process, and how you see things shapes what your imagination process probably is, or what your thought process probably is. And it's probably like snowflakes before when it comes down to people's thought process to everybody, because everybody's experiences is unique. Even though we have a lot of similarities and things that we might have experienced, but they're still unique. It's still a snowflake. So yeah, that is kind of crazy to think that
Yeah,
we
like
all
I
have
seen
different.
a girl got a surgery done, and she was talking about she could feel the nerves tingling, like in her eye area, and it's just like it made me think about it. I'm like, that's kind of weird because
I've never
you
experienced that
have
before.
that, but how do you know what that feels like? How do you know that other people don't have that experience? You know what I'm saying? Or how do you know that they do know what that would feel like? It's just a weird thing. Like, and I seen another video. People were talking about when you imagine stuff, do you see it in your head or do you see it out in the open? And everybody
Mm.
was saying their different ways. And it's just like me and my wife got to arguing because I'm like, I see it in my head. She like, how do you see it in your head? You're lying. You know, it was just like it was
How do you,
weird because it was
can
like,
like you, but you can picture things. I can picture myself doing something. I can picture a place. But here's the crazy thing: when you think about thoughts, I was thinking about this too when it came to like thinking about talking in your head. Like you're talking in your head and you hear a language. You don't hear it audibly, like, but you hear yourself talking or hear yourself thinking, but you don't hear anything. The same thing with like picturing something. I don't see the picture of it, but in my mind, I can describe the things that I'm thinking of that makes up the picture of what I'm picturing. But it's not a
okay,
picture.
now I got you on this. Do you ever hear anything audibly?
I mean, in my head,
Yeah,
no.
I do. That's
How?
weird, right? We got a
That's what I'm
different
saying.
experience.
But like a picture in your head, like
No, I'm saying, but
okay.
you say you hear the thought inaudibly, but I
Uh-huh.
sometimes hear it audibly in my head. Like
How? How?
exactly.
How?
I can hear the voice in the words being said,
See,
but it's in here, it's not out here.
I'm
Like
probably gonna get like your wife and argue you on that. Because how do you hear it? See, I think what happens is when we're thinking about things, we're thinking about vision or what we're hearing, we're thinking about the description of the voice or the thing that we hear, like what 808 sounds like or what a drum sounds like. I can describe the thought or the description of what it sounds like, so I understand the sound in my mind. Not that I'm hearing it, but I understand my mind can comprehend the description of the sound, like a
But
screeching
you can
hawk.
actually imagine an 808 quaking in your as
Yeah.
you think. Like you can hear it in your head, right? When you think
No,
about
I can't hear
808.
it. I can hear it. I can understand. I can understand the description of it. I can't hear it, but I can understand the description of whatever the sound is. A screeching car. I can describe what it sounds like in my head, but I don't hear a screech.
So you can't replay a screech in your head?
No,
Really?
but I can imagine a screech.
But
My mind can identify what a screech sounds like, and I can think screech, and I don't hear screech, but my mind thinks screech. Okay, screech. You know what I'm saying? You don't get what I mean? Where I'm coming from.
but that's why it's crazy. We're all living a different experience that we take for granted we're sharing, and we're
Yeah.
not. Because when you say 808, I can hear that whole quaking in my head right now. Like, yeah, I can envision it I can clearly hear an 808 if I want to hear an 808 in my head. Like,
so okay. So if you think about the way something tastes, can you taste it? Or can you think about the description of what something tastes like before you taste it? So therefore in your mind, you know what the taste tastes like.
I think what taste is that.
I think it's the same for sound and in your mind, picturing things, visioning things, and hearing things in your mind.
It's the intensity of it. I can't get the intensity of a lemon. I can't get it to the point where my mouth waters up or nothing like that. Like I can't envision it that vividly. But sound, I can go as vivid as I need to. Even an image, I can envision as clearly. I can envision something with clear, deep, precise detail. Like, you know, I could think back to my mom's house or something and I can see it all.
Yeah.
But when I see it in my head, it's like a little image, like somewhere in there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not out here or nothing like that.
I don't have that. I don't have that. I don't have a projector going off in my head.
I can have a projector. That's a great way to put it.
But I know my mom and dad's house. Like if I'm thinking about my mom and dad's house right now, I know exactly what it looks like, but I don't see it.
I see it. I can see it.
Hey, Bill Gates coming for you.
She didn't believe me either, but I'm not alone. Other people said
Bill Gates gonna hook you up with that Neuralink. He's gonna study you.
I'm not alone though, because in the video, people were arguing in the comments. It was split. Some people could, some people couldn't. Some people can't envision at all. They got what is it, anesthesia or something like that. They can't imagine anything. So it's no.
I don't know, man. Hey, are we live?
Nah, we ain't live, but it's all good though. You know, keep running.
I didn't realize that.
Hey, let's jump into the sticks.
Yeah, let's talk about the sticks. So what we smoking today? All right, so what I got, I went down the nostalgic road and I went ahead and grabbed the Romeo y Julieta Reserva Real Profundo. So I'm back to where it all began. Romeo y Julieta.
Yeah, it's extra nostalgic.
Yeah. A brand that's kind of gotten gotten to a tough spot with you. You know, you want to see more out of them.
You too.
They dropped this Profundo. I mean, yeah, with me, but I feel like you had more vitriol towards them than nice cut, by the way, than I did. I think I was able to survive more so off the nostalgia of thank you for bringing me into the cigar world, more so than looking at them as like I need you to give me more. It was more. I come from a place of gratitude for Romeo. Thank you.
I come from a place of you underachiever.
Well, see, I can never say that because they brought me in. So I can never accuse them of underachieving. It's like biting the hand that fed you. It's like somebody did something great for you, and it's like I can't ask you to do anything more.
That's facts.
I can't ask you. If you never do another thing for me, you've done enough. That's what I say with Romeo.
We stand different. You know, because when they brought you in and you were grateful, you passed it and you was like, hey man, let's switch cigars for a second. I took a look. Oh yeah, you take that back, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
my Cohiba.
right off the bat, for me, it was underachieving from day one. For me,
From day one, it was underachieving.
From day one, it was underachieving. So I
So
was
let
like,
me
okay,
ask you
this
this:
is Romeo.
you feel
Cohiba got Romeo beat. Is how I felt, and I was like, you know, take your stick back, give me that, brother. I'll take that back. Thank you.
yeah,
You know,
give me back my Cohiba. So let me ask you in the same vein: does Cohiba work the same way for you? Do you ever feel like they've done enough, or do you feel like they should do more since they ushered you into the game?
I probably feel how you feel because I know the sticks are good. Are there better cigar brands out there? Yeah,
but that's a heavy name.
Yeah, but it's still a heavy name. I feel like you can find some good Cohibas along the way. Some of the best are in Cuba, of course, but you know, you can find some of the American ones. You know, they're good.
Yeah. All right. So let me give you a quick little rundown of the makeup of this stick. It's gonna be really quick, and then I'll let you get to yours. So origin, Nicaraguan, binder, filler, Nicaraguan. Boom. Through and through.
Hey, boy, you knocked that out. Way to go, my boy. My turn. Let's see. I got the Partagas Valle Verde Toro 52. So, what this is, it is, of course, Toro shape in Honduran origin, Maduro wrapper color. It has got Mexican San Andreas Maduro is the actual cigar wrapper itself, Cameroon binder, and the cigar filler is Estelle, Jalapa, and San Andres.
Stelle.
Yeah.
Hey, I like it. I like it.
So shout out to Partagas.
So Partagas, hey, look, Partagas is one of them brands. I'm like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Every humidor I go into, they always have the smallest Partagas section.
Yeah.
3 or 4 sticks. That'd be it. Like nothing new from Partagas. Okay. Nothing new. Maybe they just don't like them in this region. I don't know what it is, but Partagas is a name. It's a name. I just don't see them in my humidors. I don't know what it is.
You know, their name. And you know who put them on my radar is Goat. Goat put them on my radar. MJ said his favorite cigar was a particular Partagas. I don't recall the specific one by name, but
hey,
that put Partagas on my radar. I'm like, if Mike, he been smoking them things since I was a wee one, a jit. So I know he
smoking them and then going to get dubs too on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a winner's cigar. So how can you not? How can it not? You know what I'm saying? How can you not champion it? It's a winner's cigar.
It's a winner's cigar. Who's smoking Partagas? A winner smoking Partagas. Where my 6 chips at, my boy?
Ah man. So I guess where we're gonna go. Let's start here. Let's see where this takes us. So NASA. Artemis 2 did their thing this past week. I think it was this past week, if I'm not mistaken. But it was recent. Sometime this month. They did a 10-day lunar trip, supposedly around the moon. Is that what the word is?
Yeah. So they've never been on the backside of the moon, so they
lunar
took
flyby
around the backside. Yeah.
So they took on the backside of the moon, the dark side of the moon, or whatever you want to call it. But a 10-day lunar flyby. So making humanity's first return to deep space in over 50 years.
Yeah, because people were on board. Normally they don't send them out with no humans on board. So yeah.
So they came back to Earth. Some people were excited, some people were ecstatic, some people couldn't believe it, and then some people couldn't believe it. Which side of history are we on yet again? Are we trying to fake the American public or the world public? Or are we actually doing things out here? Are we actually making those big jumps, leaps and bounds above other countries and, winning a war or not the war, but the I guess the competition rather of the advancement of mankind. That was our thing back in the in the 60s.
Yeah, during the Cold War.
We're gonna step on the moon. We're gonna put the American flag on the moon, and we're gonna be like, we did that. We did that. Nobody else did that. Not Russia, not nobody, not China, not Japan, not nobody. We did that. And here we are yet again, 50 years later. Which 50 years of a lot of technological advancements that have occurred throughout time. People were saying, "Hey, why we ain't been back to the moon? If we did it back before microwaves were a thing, before cell phones were a thing, before color TV." You know what I mean? Why we ain't go back to the moon? We got all this technology now, and here we are saying that we did a flyby, quote unquote. You see my air quotes right here, right? Yeah. Allegedly, supposedly. Don't want to get sued. That we did a flyby of the moon. How do you feel?
I'm not an anti-moon guy who doesn't think we did it. So that's where I stand. First of all, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not a believer of that theorist. I'm not going to say I don't believe in some conspiracies, but not that one. So for me, I say, why would we have to lie about going to the moon this time? I get it. And during the Cold War, I get it. But why today would we be lying about it? You know what I'm saying? What's the purpose? Everybody been to that mug by now. You know what I'm saying? There's all kind of people flying up to the moon and studying stuff. So
did they? When was the last person that was actually on the moon?
I don't know. India went out there recently, man. If they made it, anybody can make it.
Did they put 2 feet on the moon though?
I don't remember. You know what I'm saying? They put a space shuttle on the moon. I don't know if it was a person, if it was human inhabited, but you know. My point being, if you can get the technology up there, you know what I'm saying? What's the big deal? You know what I'm saying? Like, but they didn't put 2 feet on it this time, did they?
Nope. It was supposed to be a flyby.
Yeah, it's flyby. You know, so I believe it.
They rolled out the window.
I believe they went out there, man.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the position you take. That we actually went. We actually did the flyby. So
yeah, we flew back
after they came back. There's been a lot of, I guess, debunking the actuality of the event. So they seen a lot of green screens, a lot of faking it, a lot of harness. You know what I'm saying? Acting like we floating around, doing the weightlessness in space. That's actually, like, I've seen a lot of, nah, man. If this was that, it wouldn't be like this. You see how he's floating around? That's weightless, and that's floating around. But what about that pin that's sitting right there? Why that ain't floating? Why does guy take the screw off this thing and the screw fall? Why he's floating? You got the 250-pound man floating around, but a little bitty screw fall to the ground. You got somebody they sitting there and dude holding a ball and drops the ball. And then what else? It's like all these bloopers that's been coming out. So many bloopers. Somebody's floating around, and then all of a sudden he goes and he just disappears, and he reappears. And then it's like somebody else is holding another object, and then they recognize that there's some words that's being like reflected off the object that they're holding, right, in a way that looks like a green screen. Some of the stuff don't look real. It makes it hard to believe. So on the flip side of how you feel, I come from the side of, we ain't put 2 people. We ain't put 2 feet on that bad boy. We ain't been to the moon. We didn't go to the moon in 1960, whatever. It never happened. I feel like it was a studio production. They just made it seem like, hey, we went to the moon. We did that. America's great. Look how more advanced we are than everybody else. Smoke and mirrors, which you could do that back in the day because you didn't have all this technology to break stuff down and be like, that don't make sense.
You didn't have 4K back then.
Didn't have 4K video. Didn't have a way that we could record things and play things back 100 times over and be like, something don't look right because it was broadcast on TV. You saw it that one time, it went off. You never seen it again, right? Maybe the news talked about it, but they had control of the media. They don't have control over the media now. They don't have control. And what's been happening from what I've seen is a lot of people looking at stuff like that's not practical and then breaking it down. And to me, it makes sense. I feel like we didn't pull it off again.
I thought you were going to say something else when you were when you initially brought this up. because they actually NASA in one of their statements they released, they said something to the effect of, "This is the furthest we've ever traveled in space."
That part
And it
too.
was
That
like,
part too.
yeah.
That part too.
And I was like, "Ooh, why'd y'all say that? Because y'all said y'all already been to the moon. Why would
To the
you
moon.
say you never
Say this
traveled this
furthest
far
we've
before?"
traveled.
But in reality, it would technically be the furthest if you went to the backside of the moon, because they've never gone to the backside of the moon before.
True.
Which ironically we never can view it from the way everything's orbiting. You would think at some point we would match up where you can see it, but we've never seen it. So yeah, technically they went to the backside from what you say. Now I think they went, man. I haven't watched all of the people try to debunk it and whatnot. I'm sure there's some stuff that looks funny, and I'm sure there's some explanations behind why it looks funny that don't make sense to us because we don't understand space. You know what I'm saying? Like, now that's what NASA is gonna say to us. Oh man, y'all.
Yeah, you ain't been there. Yeah, you know what you're talking about. I've been there. How you gonna tell me? Yeah.
But I believe that also. I believe them when they little boy us, because at the end of the day, it comes down to this for me. It's like, you think the people that understand space wouldn't know to fix these things in the video before they release the video? Wouldn't they have that completed before they put it out? And if they realized they couldn't put out a version that passed, they wouldn't have put it out. Like, I've seen people complain about, why can't you see the stars from the moon? It's fake. And it's just like, you don't think that people figured out why? If they thought that they needed to add some stars to the Photoshop, they'd add some stars to fool you. They knew there's an explanation behind why not. There's no stars in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you can't see the light in space. But we're thinking on a simple level. So we looking for the simple stuff because we used to picking out flaws in other people who are doing simple edits in their videos and stuff and catching regular people do regular stuff.
Yeah, no, I agree with that part. There are some things that we aren't able to explain because if you've never done something, if you never sat in a rocket ship before, I've never gone 3, 2, 1, boom, blast. You know what I'm saying? Never sat there before. Never sat in a rocket ship. Never went higher than the clouds on an airplane.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know what space is supposed to look like. So I'm not arguing that part. I'm looking at the other stuff that just it don't look like it's adding up still. It still does not look like it's adding up.
I don't know. At the end of the day, I just feel like I don't think they'd have released it if it was fake. And they the same way that some dude at his job that just finished mopping the floors took his phone out and saw something that looked suspicious. I'm pretty sure these people are smart enough to correct the suspicious stuff.
Try to hide all the. But see,
if it was foul play, it would be clean. They would put out a clean video before they even announced they were going. If they were faking something, the video would be done before they announced they were going to space. You think they would go announce we going? Now we got to put together a video. This ain't good enough. This is the best edit. Just roll it out. Like, that don't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't look at myself as a super smart person. I wouldn't do that.
Aren't necessarily videos, but they're live feeds, right? So what happens with the bloopers is they're trying to do this live, and just like we know with anything live, things can go wrong, things can go haywire, things can go not as planned. You think you got your bases covered, and then something left field happens, and that's what's been they've been seeing. Because of course, just like when they call back one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind, or whatever, right? They had to do that in real time to make you feel like, hey, look, we are doing this, we here right now. Hey, y'all. Look, check me out. You know what I'm saying? You go on your phone, you pull out, you went to I went to Bali. Gotta pull out that phone and go live and be like, y'all see me in Bali? That's how they gotta pull it off. They gotta pull it off like, hey, look, we here. Y'all see me? I'm live and in color.
But you can do a pre-recorded live stream. Why would you even have to do that? Ain't nobody sitting there watching them to make sure it's live. He ain't responding to comments while he working. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen people complain about the people working on the satellites and stuff. You know, where you can see Earth in the background and they kind of up there on the satellites. People, look, it's fake, because y'all complaining about it.
Don't go that high though. Satellites don't go to the moon.
I know. The moon is a whole nother 200,000 miles from there. So
what I'm saying, so the satellites, like, I don't agree with that, because satellites, we know they're there. Because
They're
doing the
just on
work
the
for
other
it.
side of, just technically in space. They're barely in space. Like, but people complain about that. But these people that still think the Earth is flat, they think everything you see in space is round, but us. It's just like, okay, cool.
Well,
Everything
see,
I
I'm
look
not.
at
I'm not.
looks like a circle, but us.
Well, I'm not part of the flat earthers. I'm just on the side of nah, dog. We ain't been to the moon. Earth is round. Earth is round, and a lot of what we see in the images that we get of the Earth, I believe those to be, 95, 98% accurate. But
Yeah, they look weird as hell now. You know what I'm saying? But truth be told, they are doctoring the color up on it. They acknowledge we're filtering these images of Earth.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So they
yeah.
acknowledge that.
But did we step on the moon? Did we actually go around the moon? I don't think we've been that far. I really don't think we've been that far. I think we've been into space, a certain level of space, but
Yeah,
not to space what we're talking about where the moon is. Did
right.
that. We ain't did that. They might have sent some robots up that way, but they ain't put no human up that far.
Now, look, I'll say this. I'm not willing to die on the hill that we went to the moon. I believe it. I lean towards it. If it turned out to be fake, I'd be like, that's about right also. You know what I'm saying? So don't get me wrong. I'm not willing to downhill because I also know that there's like this crater area when traveling to the moon that's like very dangerous for people. And that's why it's such a rough mission that in order to get through that particular area, it's like it's very volatile in that space. You know what I'm saying? And stuff can go wrong. Yeah, and I forget what it's called, but there's a particular area that you gotta really you gotta be able to push through that area, and it's tough.
Yeah.
That's why people be scared to
I know
take
what
those
you're talking
missions.
about. And I know what you're talking about. I can't remember what it's called, dude. Man,
Yeah.
it's like on the tip of my
So
tongue right now.
that alone makes me say the fact that that's such a high risk. Maybe we haven't gone through. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a little open to the fact we ain't been to the moon, but in general, I just don't see outside of 1960 mission, the first mission.
I think
I
it's
don't see the
the
reason why.
thermosphere, the thermosphere. We got the
That
troposphere,
sounds about right.
stratosphere, mesosphere, and I think as far as we went is the mesosphere is what I'm thinking that you know what I'm saying the height of where we're able to go. Then you got after the mesosphere, you got the thermosphere, exosphere, and then the interplanetary space. We ain't never been in that way before. We ain't never been up there. We ain't never been through the exosphere.
Do you
We can't
believe that
break
we
it.
actually have unmanned missions that have been successful going deep out into space, even to Mars? Like, you believe in the rover and all of that, or you think
I
that's
think
up in
so.
Iceland, like some people think? Like,
I don't know about the rover, but I feel like we've sent objects into space. I feel like we've sent objects into space, not objects that have gone up to space and returned. I don't think we've had anything returned because I think the hard part of going into space is that return into the Earth's atmosphere. That makes it really dangerous for humans to go through.
so you don't think we've ever landed on another planet with
No,
not
absolutely
humans,
not.
just
No,
a machine?
no.
Like,
It could be a machine. Maybe a machine. Maybe. Have we ever sent a machine to Mars? Maybe.
because that's the closest, but that Mars ain't close.
That's what I'm saying. But like we've saying that we sent machinery to Mars. That's a huge maybe for me. Like how do you know how to get to Mars, man? Who got the map quest?
Hey man, they don't need the map quest for that.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. It seems too outlandish to me, even in 2026, for us to go to other planets. I believe we can
So
put on a telescope and we can see things and we can envision what something is probably like in its atmosphere and in its space. I don't think we've ever sent anything other than maybe the moon. Maybe we sent objects to the moon, but that's about it.
So we claim Mars and Venus. So Venus is definitely off the table if you don't think we got to Mars.
No, 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 no. That's just me. Maybe I need to do some more research, and I wish we was live right now so somebody can school me because I want to be schooled if I'm wrong, but I don't think so.
Who knows, man?
Puff
Who knows?
cigars, sips my form. It is what it is, man. That's how I feel. We ain't did it. We ain't did it. Sorry, America. Y'all might want to put a muzzle on me, but I don't think we did it.
So you don't think we did it? And obviously, if we didn't do it, none of the other countries have come close to doing it.
I don't think other countries have either. I don't think we just want to see
any
who got the
other
biggest
worldly
balls.
forms. Anybody made it to us yet?
Possibly. I can say possibly.
Okay.
You know, so they might be a lot more advanced than we are.
We a baby in the universe, so you know.
That's what I'm saying. They've been working on this for 20,000 years. We only been working on this for 50. We ain't got it down.
Yeah,
they know how to get it done. We only got 50 years of technology of space exploration. I think when you said that too, and I'm sorry if I'm making this segment a little bit longer than it needs to be, but you just mentioned that hey, we're a baby in the universe. But then now when you think about space exploration, how long have we been working on space exploration? It hasn't been that long. Yes, we have a lot of good technology here on Earth, but 50 years of working on outer space, maybe 60. How old is NASA? Matter of fact, let me ask, how old is NASA? And that'll let you know how long we've been working on this.
I mean, shoot, the Wright brothers is about 100 years old now, so
we just learned how to fly planes. Yeah, we just learned how to fly planes.
Right.
100 years ago. NASA is 67 years old. NASA is almost as old as my daddy. You know what I mean? NASA ain't that old. NASA ain't got all the you ain't got all the answers. You ain't got all the answers, NASA. You don't know how to get to Mars. You don't. I'm sorry.
They can get to Mars, man. They may not know how to actually have the technology to get there, but they know the route to get there.
Bro, we just got Garmin's 15 years ago. Hey, we just got navigation on Earth.
Hey, that's cool.
We just got navigation on Earth. We was using maps to navigate Earth just 15 years ago.
I don't mean they don't know how. The natives knew how to take a telescope and look in the sky and be like, hey, that's this and that's this. Plato, whatever the dude name is. Plato could figure that out with his little weak behind telescope.
We literally just learned how to fly. We was not very long. We got video footage of somebody starting a plane with the propeller going like this. That's how we used to start planes. You know what I'm saying? Hit the propeller, let it spin that bad boy, and then jump in the plane. we still in that era, dog.
Hey man, you're right. That was just yesterday. Jump in, let's go. Hey, but bro, we were doing that just yesterday, and then the day after we dropped the atomic bomb. So that we was moving though. We was moving. You had to give it to us. We almost blew half the Earth off immediately afterwards. Like we just learned to fly.
Yeah. I mean, like we went exponentially. Like we picked up pretty fast. But yeah. Come on now. But so you mean to tell me? So hold on. Atomic bomb was dropped when? 1944, 1945, and then we on the moon 22 years later. Come on now.
That makes sense when you put it that way.
Come on, dog.
That makes sense when you put it that way. The atomic bomb, you got to think about it. That is some big time technology. Once you get to that stage, everything.
You ready for the moon?
Right from there.
You ready for the moon after a bomb?
You ain't ready for it here. You ain't ready for it, but you ready for it. You know what I'm saying? Technology wise, now maturity wise, as humanity is not mature enough ready, but because I don't know if we really ready for space exploration anyway. Because we ready to take over something still. You know what I'm saying? We ready to go. If we get in space and find something, it's a wrap for them. Like we still conquerors. Like so. We're not mature enough for space.
Once we start having space wars, then I'll believe it. When space wars really start happening, and we got the and we actually going after it. You know what I'm saying? Independence Day, all of that stuff. Men in Black.
Until Han Solo show up, you ain't buying it, huh?
Star Trek. I need to see. Ain't no Star Trek around. Where's Star Trek at?
Maybe it's already happening. They wouldn't tell you.
Wait, we gotta wait.
There
Spot.
you go. There you go. You gotta get it. Come on, don't
I,
fix it. You just gotta be able to do it on your own. You,
I
you know what I'm
can't
saying?
do it. I can't do it like I gotta.
I do it both hands. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't that nice. But anyway, off the space stuff. Let's get into this next subject real quick.
Come on,
This
man.
one's actually pretty good, huh?
More fiction, right?
More fiction, but this is fun fiction. I like this though. So yesterday, you what was it yesterday or the day before? You was like, "Hey man, Street Fighter, MK2, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, both are coming out with new movies around the same time." I think the trailers that you sent me said October for Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat when.
Mortal Kombat's up first. I don't know the date on it. I'll get it for you. Keep going. Keep cooking. I'll let you know.
Okay. But yeah, so I was on the radar with it, even though I think you sent me the Mortal Kombat footage earlier. But then when I saw the Street Fighter that you sent me, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. 50 Cent was playing the boxing dude in this joint. May? Okay, so it's coming in May and the Street Fighter following up in October. So that's dope. That's dope. A few months apart. But then I remembered the footage of seeing 50 Cent as oh man.
Balgar? Is that his name?
What's the character?
Balrog.
Give me a second. I want to make sure I say it right. Balrog, Balrog.
Balrog, I think is how you say it.
Balrog. Yeah. Ugly looking dude, ugly looking black dude. But I was like, oh yeah, I do remember seeing the footage of or the pictures of him. You know what I'm saying, about to be the character in Street Fighter. That joint is about to drop, and I'm watching the trailers, and I think you wanted me to pick which side of the fence I'm on, like which side, like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat.
Well, which side were you originally on, dating back to the arcade? Let's go back to little Denzel. Yeah, I
was more of a Street Fighter guy. I was. Mortal Kombat was cool. I like Mortal Kombat. I know Mortal Kombat got real hot though. It got real hot.
Mortal Kombat guy.
And people was on that Mortal Kombat. They knew all the little, and it was finish him, getting it done right. Yeah. Cool. But growing up, I was, you know what I'm saying? To me, Street Fighter came first. I can't remember which one came first for real, like in the arcade. But I remember touching Street Fighter first, and then Mortal Kombat was after. So it always felt like Mortal Kombat was a little brother to Street Fighter. But Street Fighter always felt like the OG. I'm just saying what it felt like. This is me in 1994, 93 going to the arcade, 95 going to the arcades. You know what I'm saying? Drop my little quarter in there and mashing the buttons. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get it done, right? So Street Fighter was always the big brother to me. Mortal Kombat was always the little brother. But I do have fondness for both, right? Both of what they offer. And going to the trailers, I felt the same when it came to having a fondness for both. I'm like, ooh, both of these gonna be, especially in this day and age. We know the old movie from the 90s, both of them anyway. And
we know who won.
Who you say won?
The 90s?
Yeah. I'm gonna
hands down, Mortal Kombat 1, not 2. 2 was trash.
Okay. I want to make sure we were on the same page.
Yeah, I'll watch 1 today.
Like Street Fighter was boring. Street Fighter didn't get it done. Street Fighter just missed the mark. Yeah. But watching these new trailers, I think Street Fighter got it. I'm looking at the dialogue. I'm looking at the storyline. You know what I'm saying? They're both gearing up for tournaments, right? And they both like have their backdrop for why the tournament's happening and recruiting different fighters and whatnot. And I'm watching the Street Fighter. I'm like, ooh, I like the premise. I'm seeing the hype behind it. I'm seeing the introduction of the characters for both of them. I'm seeing the graphics for both of them. Both graphics are phenomenal. But Street Fighter feels like more fun. They still keep the arcadey aspect to it, which feels fun, but it feels intense and it feels like a moment. Mortal Kombat feels like a moment, Feels good. Feels has that mystique behind the whole Mortal Kombat thing. But I'm thinking
A little
Street Fighter
darker.
might be the better movie. I think Street Fighter might be the action pack, like draw you in martial art movie more so than Mortal Kombat. That's my
You
that,
see,
that's where I'm at.
hey, you see Ken? I think it was Ken. It might have been Ryu, but one of them was punching on the car. Did you see it breaking the car
Mhm.
down over there?
I've seen it. I just seen it. I seen
Yeah,
it.
little nod back in the day when you had to go beat up the car after the in between rounds and stuff. I was like, okay, I see y'all with the little
Yeah,
Easter egg. Like,
yeah, yeah. So how you feel? Which side of the coin are you on?
I'm actually biasly, I'm gonna say the opposite. I'm on the Mortal
Mm,
Kombat side,
okay,
and
okay.
it's because I lean towards those little darker movies. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Mhm.
Mortal Kombat has more of the darker feel
Yeah,
to it. Mortal
yeah. Until
Kombat
they're gonna
feels
have
more Ninja
another.
Turtles 1 than 2. Street Fighter feels more Ninja Turtles 2
And I was
than 1.
and I was a more of a ooze guy
You was
than
an
the
ooze
first one.
guy. I was a one guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's giving me that feel. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, I'm gonna lean a little more that way. But I'm interested in both because Street Fighter is a little more colorful. It's a little more animated. The characters are a little
Mhm.
more cartoony. And Mortal Kombat, the original games, the characters are more straight and less bulky. You know what I'm saying? Leaner character. They're fitting the vibe of the games. And because
Yeah.
I was more of a Mortal Kombat guy, I'm happy to see them fit the vibe of it. But
Mhm.
Street Fighters got my interest. I can't lie. You know what I'm saying? It's like, ooh, you guys are capturing the game. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
want to see that
Yeah.
because if
Yeah.
they didn't capture the
Yeah.
energy of it, then it's lost anyway. Because we
Yeah.
want what we
They got
love
to call
about it. We
something
want to
else.
see
Yeah.
it come across on the screen.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I want to go over this real quick with you, man, because they've announced there's some characters that's out there. You know what I'm saying? So on the Mortal Kombat 2 side, they've already announced that we got Johnny Cage, we got
Hmm.
Katana, we got Shao Kahn, we got Jade Sindel, we got Noob Saibot, Baraka, Scorpion, Liu Kang, Raiden, Sonya Blade, Jax. So they got some heavy hitters in there, uh, which is pretty cool. I didn't. Oh yeah, Liu Kang was in there. Yeah. So we got some heavy hitter names in there. You know what I'm saying from the original
Hmm.
series. And then on Street Fighter, they got Ryu, we got Ken,
All my.
Chun Li, Guile, M Bison,
Hmm. E Honda.
Blanca,
Some with the
E
hands.
Honda. Get these hands. I saw E Honda in there. Vega, Balrog, Cammy, Daoism, long arms. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Long legs.
Yeah.
Zangief. So yeah, we got some people in there. You know, both big name characters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you know who playing Guile?
Who?
I know you probably don't follow wrestling, but Dusty Rhodes' son is playing Guile.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay. I know.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
Dusty Rose. Come on now. I don't
You
know
know
his son
Cody?
though. His
I
son
know you know
wrestle.
Dusty. Yeah, but his
Yeah.
son Cody is like a big
Nah.
deal in wrestling right now, and
I didn't know that. I
he's
didn't know that. I
playing
didn't know that.
Guile.
Okay.
So it was
Okay.
kind of cool to see him in there. I'm like, okay. I don't recognize none of these other names. Well, Blanca's Jason Momoa. You know him, Jason
Yeah.
Momoa?
Yeah. We
Yeah,
all know
yeah,
him.
yeah. He's Blanca. But yeah, other than that, on both sides of the fence, them the only names I recognize. But I think it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be interesting. I'm glad
Yeah.
they lined up. I don't think it was intentional, but the fact that they lined up is
The
beautiful
same
for us
year.
game in the
Beautiful.
90s.
Beautiful.
And we're gonna
Yeah.
see who wins at the box office. We're gonna see who
Yeah.
really came out on top.
Yeah.
Because this is a
I think
rivalry that goes back to the arcades.
it does. It does. I, like you mentioned. I think for the dramatization, Mortal Kombat is going to win for that. But for the fun factor and the hype, Street Fighter is going to win the hype.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. Did you watch Mortal Kombat 1 a few years back? It was
Yeah.
more like Scorpion storyline.
Yeah. I watched it.
I didn't care for that one. So if this falls into that same vein, Street Fighter can easily wipe the floor with them, as far as
But
I'm
see, that's
concerned.
when I was looking at the trailer. It looks like it's following who's
It's
it? Johnny
Johnny
Cage.
Cage. Yeah,
Johnny Cage is following him more so, and then stemming off of that. So I think they're
yeah,
more one character focused, and they're going to introduce all the others to it more so than
yeah.
Street Fighter. Street Fighter is just like everybody's going to get their shine.
It's the
Everybody's going to get
world.
their moment. Everybody's
Yeah,
going to get like their like their hype behind whatever match they have. And I think that's going to be the dope part. That's what's going to win.
Yeah, that's what worries me about the Mortal Kombat also, that they went Johnny Cage focus. You know what I'm saying? Which don't get me wrong, later they've done the Johnny Cage focus thing as the game expanded before, and some of these shows and movies with like on a smaller level, like with cartoons and stuff, they focused on Johnny Cage. And truth be told, it's kind of similar to what Street Fighter is doing, because they got a little bit of a focus on Ken and Ryu's relationship. And you know, Ken has become a movie star, and now he's washed up a little bit, you know, so that's where Johnny Cage lies. They're similar character stories, but like you say, Mortal Kombat seems to really lock in on Johnny's story versus Street Fighter. Ken and Ryu may be the main focus, but it feels more evenly divided. Like we're going to break down this whole world that they're in more.
And I think that's going to make the movie more of a blockbuster, in my opinion. Just the appeal. The appeal is going to be better.
Yeah.
Plus, I feel.
Yeah, they got a couple stars in there too. I saw Andrew Schultz was in there as a character I didn't recognize.
I didn't catch that.
So he in there.
I caught a few of them, but I didn't catch them all.
Yeah, so we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see, but I did not expect you to be such a Street Fighter guy. So we're gonna see. But it makes sense. It's on brand when you break it down. But coming.
Yeah, that's the side I'm on, man. Hey, so I'm team martial arts. I'm team 90s arcade. I'm team all of it. But I'm hanging my hat on Street Fighter though.
Hey, you know, and now that you mention it, as the martial artist guy, this should be an exciting year for you. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you not only get to revisit your childhood a little bit with that, you get to see some good fight movies, hopefully, potentially, you know, to bring some excitement to that martial arts. I haven't seen a good fight movie in a long time. And we just a couple of episodes ago, we were just talking about fight movies and martial art actors and stuff like that. It's been a while since we had a good one. And I've been finding my interest being peaked back into martial arts too. So this is right on time, honestly. Yeah, it's right on time. Dope. Yeah, I'm gonna be at the movies for both. I don't know. I got little kids. I can't even take nobody with me. I gotta go by myself if I go. So
I was about to say, shoot, pop up at that bad boy by yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, man. It's necessary.
I don't need no permission to go watch a movie by myself. Shoot, I'll be in the movie theater by myself watching something good. Hey, when Peanuts came out, I was in that bad boy by myself.
They ain't come with you?
Nope, I went by myself.
Hey, man. All right.
See, when that movie came out, they were at the age when I know they weren't going to appreciate it. You know, they appreciate it now. They appreciate like even Destiny's like she has Snoopy on her phone and everything. That's a screensaver.
Yeah,
she loves Snoopy now.
You bring your son out to the movies then?
Yeah, I would.
He played in the fight game.
He'll appreciate it. Yeah, he'll appreciate it.
Yeah,
he'll appreciate these movies now, for sure.
That's what it is, man. Shoot, man, let's review these sticks, man.
Cool, because I'm ready. I feel like I got a bit to talk about with my stick. You want to go for it, or you want me to go for it?
I'll go for it. Man, I'm gonna tell you this, man. I am upset, man. This is like my fourth ash just done fell on me, and it fell right at the review. So good luck, Partagas. My final memory is the fact that you won't hold an ash. Yeah. So automatically ding for construction at this point, because the ash won't stay. And it's not long ashes, these little short ashes. But so that's fresh in my mind. So right like that, ding for the ash, for the construction. Pretty good draw though, you know. Actually like the body of the smoke that's coming off of it. It's been a very creamy, smooth cigar. A lot of cocoa heavy on it, a little bit of spice in the mix of that that's been consistent. I'm early stages of the second third of this stick so far. A little bit of black pepper, a little bit of earthiness on the stick also. Of course, that San Andreas wrapper is coming through, where you notice the tone that you get of those San Andreas wrappers, but it's in a good way. It helps kind of keep things smooth for this particular type of tasting notes that I'm getting with it. Overall, it has been an enjoyable stick. Did go out on me one time, along with the dropped ashes. So, what could have been, damn. All right, man. I'm gonna go 1 to 5. I'm gonna go 3.8, man.
Ooh,
3.8.
come on, Partagas.
And it
That's
could
nice.
have probably
Good number.
it's enjoyable enough for me to call it a 4, but I'm mad at you. You done dirtied my shirt up. I can't even wear this shirt no more, man. It's just ashy now, so yeah, 3.8. Because I'm mad with you.
Dang, Partagas. But hey, on 3.8 with a, you know what I'm saying, a plus sign on it. Because it could
3.8 this is a 3.8 I would gladly smoke again. But I'm mad with you. 3.8.
Yeah.
You should have had 4.
All right, that's solid for Partagas. That's solid for Partagas. You know what I'm saying? Solid numbers. So I'm with you. All right, so I'm gonna go into this. What am I smoking? Romeo y Julieta Reserva Riel Profundo. The cigar was a nice start from the jump, from the first light. And that's something that you can't say about every single cigar. Some cigars, they have to grow into their goodness. And we know those top-notch cigars that we like to smoke, whether it's Plasencia or V Milanio. Those are start great cigars. And there's very few, in my opinion, that are start great. I mean, there's a lot of start good. There's some start bad. A lot of start good, but this is a start great cigar. Now, does it hold the greatness throughout the smoke? Not necessarily, but I think the start of the cigar is enough to hold where things kind of start to dial back and even out, and smoke regular. But that great start, it sticks in your mind throughout the smoke, and that's how most cigars, honestly, in my opinion, should be. And that's how I like my cigars now. I like my cigars to start good from the very first puff, from the very first light, and this stick did that. So as far as tasting notes, off rip, you got like a little sweetness, not a sweet like a Deadwood series or anything like that, like a sweet cigar, but it has a sweetness to it, like a dried fruit. And I'll say maybe like a dried pomegranate or something like that. Which was nice. Allowed for the peppers that came underneath to be very dialed back, but it married very well. So that dried pomegranate with some pepper spice went pretty good. I'm trying to think what it kind of reminded me of, like a spice cake almost. You know what I mean? Like something like that. So some good spice with some good sweetness, but not overdone. As it kind of goes into its normal, I guess its overall aesthetic as far as the flavors go, it's like a dark sweet cocoa, which was cool. I like that. Then of course just some good earth and some good wood and just normal tobaccos. But that start is what got you there. Said pause. But that start is what got you there. That dried pomegranate and pepper is just it was nice. It was a nice welcome, and it kind of rides through the background through the rest of the smoke. This is where I got kind of at the end of my I say middle of my second third, tail end of it, or to that final third. Really good smoke. Really good smoke. Overall construction of the cigar was really good. Held the ash for a good bit, so not too bad. I did drop my ash too, but it actually got me a good ash for a good little while. I don't take any points away from it. I'm not like this guy over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hold that against you for dropping your ash at this point.
Yeah, you ain't dropped it 3 or 4 times either, though.
Nah, just once, maybe twice, but in due time when it was time for the ash to drop. So to give it a rating out of 5, I'm gonna say 4.1. I really like this one from Romeo y Julieta. So a good welcome back to the brand for me. A cigar that I would pick up again. I probably will grab this one again when I go back to the humidor to the plus up for the week. But yeah, I like it. It's definitely a return. I would definitely smoke this one again for sure. So 4.1.
Okay. There you go. That's what we have this week for you, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in to this week's episode of the Cigars and Everything Else podcast. Keep your cigars up high. Keep your head on the swivel. Watch out for the fake moon missions. And don't let your stick drop the ash in your lap. We out.
Yeah. We out.